Gamer for another episode of Lord of the Rings Online. I am still in the Vale in southern Ered Luin, finishing up quests here that seem to revolve around hunting wolves. And I see there is a quest ring here. Let's go see what they want.
Megovanen.
I know this is the handiwork of goblins. We must inform the others in Celindum. If the goblins have grown this aggressive, we must do what we can to drive them back from our homes. Okay, I'll get us some apples.
Stay a moment.
We cannot let another moment pass without informing others of the arrival of goblins. Perhaps Lord Drungar's protection is weakened. We make our way to the shores to depart, or perhaps the enemy goes stronger, faster than we expected. Regardless, Morriah, we must send word back to Celindum. Quickly, return to Lane Glade Watcher in Celindum and tell him what you have found. You will find Lanon in the docks at Celindum, northwest of this vale. Okay. Okay, I think I'm done with everything in here. Yeah, he's in the Northweed. These are all in Celindum. So let us return. I'll summon my horse. I love this new call. Love this new call. It's kind of nice to see a bit of variety with this new high elf. Though, you know, I kind of agree with the lore Nazis of Laurelin, of which there are many. I mean, these people really know their Lord of the Rings online. Why would a new race of elf pop up after the Third Age? The elves are all leaving. We're all leaving Middle-earth to go to the Grey Havens. And I keep hoping that they're going to make the Grey Havens not all, you know, I hope we can get to see them, even though Tolkien didn't really write much about the Grey Havens. Just was kind of like elf retirement home. Okay. See what people have here. Piece of wood down there. I also like the fact that with boy, it's laggy today. Okay, I'll fight you. You seem to want me to fight you. It's really laggy today. It must be the festival and Mordor and everything else. It's just been really bad. Okay. Oh. There's a bank here. I'm gonna head up to this bank because I desperately need to empty my saddlebags. I did not know there was a bank here.
Megovanen.
Let's get rid of some of this stuff. Some of this stuff I don't dare use until I get higher level. Most of it is cosmetics. And I got on with my other alts, and I made myself some clothing, or made myself some weapons and some armor. Yes, I'm sure I want to destroy the horse whistle. Opening up shared. Okay. Now I don't have to worry about having the right tool. So let's see who we can find. Okay. Well, now that I've got cleaned out my bags, let's see if we can find. Both of these guys were in Salindum. And okay. Where? Okay. The rings are down this way. I see them. Now during the summer festival there's a fishing event here, but in the winter festival there isn't.
Swilad Melon.
The discovery is worrisome. I will see that your information is passed on to Lord Dunagur at Dualand. We never would have learned of this if not for you, Morriah. We are in your debt.
Megovanen, may I help you?
Well, of course you are. I'm a budding young 6,000-year-old elf. This is Avarthol Sachu. I am certain of it. Do you see this pattern on the side? Avarol stitched it himself long ago. You bring me fell tidings, Morriah. You are sure there were no other signs of Avarthol? Some sign that my son might have been hiding nearby, safe from the wolves or other dangers, but too far away to reclaim his satchel? Nay, that is a weak hope. I must trust to it. Some foe has brought down on my son Avarthol. That is the only answer.
Will you lend me your ear?
The goblins have slain my son, Morriah, and for that we will sweep them from arid Lewin. No goblin will take as much as 3 steps into these lands before we are there to greet him with sword blade or arrowhead. Go forth and slay goblins wherever you find them, and cry aloud for the name of Avarthol. I would have the foul creatures know whose doom has come upon them. While you were gone, word came to me from Lamiel's Vineyard what has been defiled by goblins, led by a vile creature called Pamprush. Seek out Pamprush and his minions and slay them in the name of Avarthol. Lamiel's Vineyard lies to the northwest of Salundum. Okay, and now we need to deliver the wood. Wood is up. Okay. Okay, deliver the wood. Back up here. Where could he be? Somewhere in here. That's for sure. Oh, there he is.
Swilad
More
Melon.
wood. Excellent. I have been kept busy busy enough to think I may soon need assistance. You have my thanks for this delivery, Morriah. This wood will serve nicely as a cask for fine elven wine.
May Govanen, might you spare a
Hunter,
moment
if you
of your
would take a
time?
moment, I have a request of you. A dear friend of me, Betheron, spends her days tending the grapes in Lamiel's vineyard to the north and west. She sent me word not long ago that she requires a cask for a special wine we wanted to present upon the white ships. I have crafted a cask for her, but I need someone to take it to her in preparation for our departure. Preparations for our departure keep me very busy. Would you take the cask to her? You will find her north and west at Lamiel's Vineyard. Well, since that's where I'm going to be going, sure. Okay, let's get on my horse. Defeated foul creatures in Thamgelier. Where is Thamgelier? It's from Hallowed Ground. Oh, it's in Lamiel's Vineyard. Okay, we're heading there next. So anyways, there's been a big brouhaha about high elves, saying, you know, they wouldn't be here. They'd leave for the Grey Havens. There's other things that we could develop a race of. You know, we could develop more classes. Hell, we could come up with a brand new race since, you know, we're leaving Mordor. And the third age is behind us into the fourth age. Why high elves? Well, I think the very simple fact of the matter is that most casual gamers and people who have a passing history, geez, look at this lag, of Lord of the Rings, maybe they saw the movies or whatever. Casual players probably like the idea of elves. I saw PC Games Girl talking about elves. She said she loves elves and she was excited to make it. And for me, I was like, sure. Not a lot of people have high elves yet since people are waiting for the Mordor expansion and high elves to be bought by Lotro points. But me, being the nerdy gamer that I am, I actually went out and spent the money buying the Ultimate Fan expansion. I know.
Sweet Melon.
I only wish that this thoughtful gift from Baragdur did not arrive at such dire times. With the situation in the vineyard, I fear this cask may go empty for our journey.
Sweet Melon, will you stay a moment?
By this time of the year, most of the grapes had been picked and the wine already bottled. This was a very generous season, however, and many of the vines are still laden with grapes. I would welcome your assistance. Winemaking is not easy work, but performing this task will certainly aid to your appreciation of the wine you drink. Harder still when nasty goblins find their way into the fields and drive you off. I think, though, you might be sturdy enough to aid me. If you do, the grapes from the vines still hale and hearty enough, I will see that this cask is filled with the finest this vale has to offer. The vineyard is below and further to the west along the stone path. Be careful of the goblins, they are particularly nasty. Okay.
You may be of service to me.
My friend, I wonder if I can ask you to undertake a task for me. It is bad enough that the goblins despoiled Lamiel's vineyard, but recently a party of the wretched creatures broke into the old wine cellar and stole a number of flasks of a rare and ancient vintage. No doubt the evil creatures have already drunk or destroyed most of the wine. But if you can recover any of the bottles from the goblins in this area, I will be deeply in your debt. You can find goblins throughout Lamiel's Vineyard. I would not venture beyond into Rathtarig, however, as the goblins are rather more dangerous. Okay. Well, I am a hero, and it is my duty to put myself out there for evil people. Okay, let's see. Let's go along here. I thought I saw. Well, here's a goblin. And we have a new deed, Goblin Slayer. Collected 1 wine flask. Boy, the lag. I don't think it's my computer or the internet. I think it's something going on. Okay. Collecting wine. You know, this is what the heroes of Middle-earth all seem to do. They seem to run around doing farm chores. Just wait until we get to North Cotton Farms. Farm chores. Do I look like a bleeping hobbit? There's some wood. I know it's probably boring seeing me collect wood, but that's how I fund my time, is with wood. Okay, I've got 1 wine flask. Blue Crag Sentinel. Tells me not to go here, so what do? I go here. Collected wine. Now, it looks like I'm actually going to have to go into Thramgeller. Still got to defeat the goblin chieftain. And I'll work on my goblins while I'm at it. Okay, I've defeated Pamfresh. Let's see if this will, because I need to. I need to. No, for some reason these are not. Maybe I'm in the wrong place. Okay. Well, we'll head on back, turn in these quests. Kill some more goblins, work on my deeds. You know, it's easy to kill goblins here. And, you know, class deeds are necessary. Class traits, class everything else. It's a positive thing. So let's get on my horse. Just run by these guys. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. I like that new animation for horses.
Three-eyed Melon.
Light armor. 4365. Okay.
Greetings to you.
2632.
Three-eyed Melon, will you stay a moment?
Okay. All is filled and ready for delivery. I would like to thank you for your assistance, Morriah, as I would not have been able to see the last bit of this harvest along without you. This cask is meant for another, however. I should like it sent to my friend Berriger. It was he who sent it to me. Why should he not have the finest wine of the vineyard? If you would, take this back to him at Salundum. Follow the path east towards the southeast across the bridge, and you'll find him at the crafters market. Okay, I can do that. This is such a beautiful game. Okay, summoning the horse. Let us depart. I'm so used to not reading everything that I kind of blasted through this. So I will have to do a better job at keeping my eye on this. So, on our way to Salundum yet again. These swiftly running waters will drown me if I'm not careful, so I need to take the bridges. Some people don't believe in roads, but roads. Yes, roads will get you to where you want to go without dying, without falling into ravines. Okay. crafting area.
Hail, friend,
Thank you,
and well
Morriah,
met.
and thank my friend Brethelwyn for knowing my intentions. I understand that Brethelwyn was beset by goblins and that you fought many off to obtain this spirit. Know that it was for a worthy cause.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
Before you leave, Morriah, I have one more boon to ask of you. I promised a bottle of last year's vintage to a friend in Dualand to the north, and my labors kept me too busy to fulfill that pledge. I hope this has not inconvenienced her. Could you deliver this bottle of Lamiel to me? The refuge lies on the road that follows the river north beyond Lamiel's Vineyard. If you reach the dwarf port of Keldo, you have traveled too far. Perhaps you should make use of the horse from here to Dualand. I can do that. Let's see, where is this guy? And he's at the harbor, so let's head on down to the harbor. And then when we turn in this quest, we will call it a video. I'm kind of anticipating that I will do every quest hub. What's this? There's a quest here.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear?
As I said, I am sorry to intrude upon your reflection, but perhaps you could speak with Cardovar in Salandum proper. He seems quite worried about something, and from what I know of the tales of your bravery, you may be able to help him. You may find him by the piers not far from here. Okay, I can do that. Let's loot. Deed completed. Oh, I got a charity. Cool. Deed bestowed. Quests in Arid Luin. 10 Lotro points. I wanted to send you a bottle of wine from Lamiel's Vineyard, and I thought that you should taste the vintage you helped prepare. Okay, let's drink that so that I don't spend all my time hoarding things. Well, at least it didn't make me drunk. I'm never quite sure what's going to happen. Okay.
My heart cannot
Ah,
sing
hello
today.
there. We have not had time to get acquainted. My name is Cardovar, and you are? Okay.
A shadow is on my spirit.
What is this? Pamprosh said that my son still lives? Averthal was not slain? My heart wants to believe, but I can't believe the words of a goblin. Still, I cannot fathom why he would tell you if this were not so. But if Averthal was still alive, then his capture does not bode well. I fear it will be a long while. I fear he will not live long while imprisoned by those outcast dwarves. They are no better than goblins. Okay, let's see. +2 fate. +2 might. Let's give her fate.
Will you stay a moment and learn of my troubles?
You have done so much for me already, Morriah. There is still much that needs to be done if my son is to be restored. We have not had dealings with the dwarves for a very long time. Those are not pleasant memories. Have you heard of Skogrim Dowerhand's attack on the old refuge at Edelhen? Dwarves are scheming and self-serving, not to be trusted. We must gather our strength to lay siege to the dwarves of Arid Luin and rescue Averthal from the clutches, but only Dorangur Whitethorn, the master of Dualand, has the authority to muster such a force. Bring him the news of my son, that he is alive, but a prisoner. We must strike the dwarves before it's too late. Speak with Torin at the stable before you go. He will hasten you upon your journey. So, our next step is to go to Dualand, which is always such a fun thing because Duelin is nothing but ladders. Okay. Thalum Galliar lies west of Cylindum, hallowed ground. Map. There it is. Okay. I think before I sign off, I'm going to get this one quest done. It seems to be close by, and I'm making good time. I want to get all the quests for Cylindum done before I move on to Dueland. And if I am mangling these names, please don't hate me in comments. Okay. Let's see. Foul creatures. There. There it is. I just really don't get how there's another adventurer. Level 9. And a regular elf. Three creatures. Four creatures. Five creatures. The young man who runs the completionist for the completionist series for Lord of the Rings on Renaissance games has a warden, and that warden just does some sick area of effect damage. But by doing his by doing every deed, he's got himself so many Lotro points that he's been able to buy all the stat tomes to make himself more powerful. I'm following his example. Okay, go a little faster. When you fall, it breaks your horse's legs. And here we are, back in the beautiful elf village. Yes, this was the one.
May Gavanen, may I help you?
Repairing. Bells. Google. Okay. Where is that earring that I did not sell? But did I? Okay. Let's take a look and see what he has.
Swilai de Melan, how may I be of service?
No. I know it's in here. Ah, here it is. Found it. May as well equip 2 earrings. There we go. Okay, finding...
Hail, friend, and well met.
Your news gladdens my heart, Morriah, and I am eager to walk among the ruins as I once did, with the sun overhead and the sun on my face. The cool shadows cast by the walls will no longer be a reminder of the shadow of the east, but of respite and restoration. Okay. Shoulder guards.
Swilai de Melan, will you stay a moment?
My brother Calangil is staying at Dualand, our refuge to the north. Like me, he also strives to restore the old places to their pristine state and may need your help. Follow the road to the high ground above Celindum, then make your way north through the gap in the hills to reach the refuge. Sure, I can do that. I'm going to decline this. Well, I wanted to thank everybody, and this is a good place to quit. I welcome your comments. Please feel free to leave a message as to what you think. And don't forget to subscribe. And I shall see you again. This is Valkyrie Gamer. Please look for me and my books on my website, victorialynnosborne.com/writersblog, or my publishing house website, azurespiderpublications.com. Follow me on Twitter with Victoria L. Osborne, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a lovely day.